to live, actually Land Strategy Live. Today, we are on part 27 on how to apply 100 million money models in land investing. So we did 26 sessions before this, right? So first we covered the 100 million money models book. Now we're covering the Lost Chapters book. And we didn't want to create a separate series, so we're just adding on top of money models. All right. So in the last two sessions, we covered how to create your first avatar, right? Like how do you think about avatars for your business? And then we looked at, you want to show real quick? And then we looked at the attraction offers. Oh no, it was not attraction offers. It's more like how do you get people to engage with free and discounted. So yeah, kind of like attraction offers that we covered in money models already. All right, so today we are looking at premium promotions. So presenting your grand sum offer on its own. Oh, Zafial is here. War and Peace of Money Models. Yeah, so premium promotions. So let's say business A makes $100 per sale with $50 in profit. Business B makes $10,000 per sale with $9,500 in profit. To make equivalent amount of profit, business A will need to sell to 190 people to make 9,500. And business B only sells to one, right? So if you spoke to the same 190 people, the business A closed and offered them all the 10K offer instead, you would likely close about 5%, which is 9.5 sales, which is $90,000 in profit. Usually a high value offer will make your advertising 9.5x more profitable. You also have to deal with less clients, makes life way easier. So that's what we're trying to do in our business, right? So we started like 8 years ago. We had like very cheap properties, right? We bought for like what, 500, 700. We sold it for like a few $1,000s. And slowly we graduated up. And now we have kind of like the mid-range, lower to mid-range, right? Few $1,000s to like maybe $70,000. But the idea is to continuously graduate up, right? Because then because it's the same amount of work.
The key here is profit, right?
Yeah, key here is profit.
So if you graduate up, but all the profit's eaten up by additional expenses.
So you have to be careful. Yeah. I think the key takeaway from me was like this line where he says, well, if you are selling to 190 people instead of one person, like when you're comparing volume at lower cost versus high ticket item at low volume, right? So those are the two parallels, right? So if you take those 190 customers on the left side of the high transaction, high volume, but lower ticket, and you upsell them something more expensive, right? Then you can kind of have like best of both worlds, right? That was my takeaway. Because like if you think about in our model, like we sell properties, but a lot of people want to buy more properties, like as we've seen. Oh, Harpreet is here. Lots of growth models are not based on profit. Yeah, I mean, if you like think about like Facebook and like they take advantage of the network effects, right? They're not necessarily looking for profit at that point, but the eventual goal is always to have higher profit, right?
Yeah. I mean, while you're in the growth phase, you might have lower profit because you're using the profit to build the team that'll.
Just like Amazon was unprofitable famously for a long time.
But that's, I think, a separate issue than this when you're looking at a like per widget basis. What is the
how much you're making per widget? Okay.
But this is the argument many land investors use to focus on high value properties.
But then I think there are cons associated with it.
The other thing is, land is a little different from like a service or a regular e-commerce product in that you go up in value, you're also going to dramatically increase your acquisition costs, right? So,
and you're also reducing your buyer pool.
Yeah. So
then you're also getting external capital, which now you have to pay. Yeah. You have to pay money. It's expensive. So you're taking more risk as well. So it's a little bit different than the service-based business where you are just offering higher ticket, as in like for example, from a service business, you'll be like, I sell courses. You just watch the course, right? And you can buy it for $499 one time. Or you could make it high ticket where like, we'll teach you, right? Like one-on-one, and we're going to charge you $5,000 per month because it's like one-on-one. All right. So what are the caveats? So you need something very valuable to provide. Your Grand Slam offer needs to be banger. Have a selling process that demonstrates that value, right? So the selling process, you can't be like, I'm just going to have like online checkout. You need like a sales team, right? To convey that value. It's the same thing I was telling, I'm trying to remember, was it Harpreet or Anup in our mastermind calls? Like you're selling like $15,000 land, and like I think it was Harpreet, he was like always texting. I was like, dude, you're not gonna sell a $15,000 product over text. You need to get on like a Zoom call and you talk to them like in person. That's like the next best thing, talking on Zoom, right? And I was like, well, when was the last time you bought something $15,000 over text, right? And he said never. So I think that's a lot of misconception, especially for people who are coming over from like.
Well, I also think it's the nature of it. Like, so 15,000. If you look at it, if you just say 15,000 on its own, you say that's a big ticket item. But in the context of real estate, it seems like a small amount, right? So I think
for the seller, but not for the buyer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So sellers can fall into the trap of treating a 15K, 5K, 10K property like.
Well, even 10K property.
Yeah.
Yeah, $10,000. When was the last time you bought something for $10,000 over text from a random person? You has just like 2 properties on the website, like no social media, nothing. That looks like a scam. You gotta get on the phone, get on the Zoom, because the scammer is not gonna go over Zoom, right? So that's that's like the biggest thing I've seen. Like whenever people in the mentorship, they start and this is like their first business, and then they're like coming from W2. They're like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna text with the people, like the leads, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not how it works. Okay, so you need a selling process that demonstrates value. Like you have to be knowledgeable on the phone, on the Zoom, right? So they should be able to trust you and make sure you know what you're talking about, and you're not coming across as a scammer. All right, so if the author lost all his money and he's starting over, he will not start with a premium offer. He'll start with a free or discount money model instead. So essentially, be like, I'm going to do this for free, in exchange for like testimonials or something like that. So Zafer is saying, I know people who have bought $1 million properties over text. Well, they said basically, I'll take it. Send me the purchase agreement. Yeah, well, a lot of people from Nigeria can afford that kind of, like we get emails from, I'm a king of this, king of that. I just inherited $400 million from a Nigerian king, and I would like to buy your $200 million property. Just text me the purchase agreement. Oh, there's this scammer person. He keeps on texting, can you send me the invoice? Can you send me the invoice? And I was like, you wanna let's hop on a call. And he'll be like, no, I had surgery, or I had this, oh, I'm deaf, next day, oh, I'm surgery, like just like random excuses. And then we'll say, all right, can you, I understand you can't come on the call. Can you, we don't accept via, he said QuickBooks payments or something, some like weird payment. Send me the QuickBooks invoice. And they say, all right, fine. Why don't you wire us the money? And then they disappear. And then a month later we get where's their QuickBooks tech invoice? It's like, it's been happening. Like, it's like some kind of a scammer trying to do like mass texts. So, they like do follow-ups with their targets. Harpreet is saying, not a fan of those buyers. They never buy. Oh, they only want to do text with you. Yeah. A lot of people who would be like, oh, I don't want to come on Zoom were also like tire kickers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Someone
Zoom's a good screening
yeah
tool.
Yeah, someone who's
I mean,
serious,
someone who really wants the property is happy.
They will want to do Zoom with you. Okay. So if the author is saying if he lost all his money, he's going to start over with a free or discount money model. As your reputation improves, you can remove these things, but in the beginning, they're essential for most. All of authors' earlier career offers were free offers. So start with a free trial or free something. Okay. Biggest advantage of the premium offer is the size of the ticket you can sell. If you're new, start with a free or discount offer to get business in the door, prove results, then restructure to a premium offer afterwards. Premium offers work well with the second offer that you give after a free offer, but they only work if you demonstrated value in the first one. Right? So it's kind of like an upsell offer, right? You start with like something free.
Well, that's going back to the attraction offers section in the original book, right? You have...
Yeah. You attract with something free or discounted, and then you make the upsell.
Yeah.
All right. So goal of premium offers. So the goal of premium offers is to sell the client the best outcome available for themselves. You ask the client to buy the thing that will most likely result in them achieving the greatest outcome. This is not better or worse than any of the other offer options. It's just different. Zafiel is saying the $1 million property I was talking about was with the guy who owned a strip mall and the adjoining property he wanted. He watched them put up. I see.
Yeah.
Texted the realtor before. Yeah. That's like a special scenario.
Yeah.
If you're like actively watching it,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, I just want to.
Just waiting for that sign to go up. Yeah.
Or you could just send a letter. Right. Although if you send a letter, then you know that someone is interested.
Well, these are commercial properties. So
what? I mean, you still have, humans are still making decisions to buy and sell, right? Or like a group of humans, right? Okay. Or you could send like a heartfelt, emotional letter saying that I really wanted it. It's been my dream. If you ever sell it, please let me know, kind of thing.
If you're someone who owns a strip mall already?
Yeah, it's been my dream to own too. Why? It can't be their dream?
Yeah.
They can only own one strip mall.
Yeah, that's...
All right. So that's the goal of the premium offer, to basically, we'll say so it's like one-on-one, right? I'll give you one-on-one coaching. It's like the highest likelihood that would result in your potential outcome. Achieving the greatest outcome. All right. So what are the pros? Simple math, fewer moving parts. If you are only selling one core thing, the math gets very simple. I think these are the people, like a lot of gurus in the land space, like when it was really hot, they'll be like, well, why do you waste time doing all these smaller deals? All you have to do is just one subdivision deal per year. And you're going to make you might make close to $1 million. Why do you need to do like 200 deals to get to $1 million? And those gurus disappeared, right? Because it only works when, because you're doing a large subdivision. You're chopping it into like 50 small parcels. So your risk is literally, you're saying you're betting on the farm, literally and figuratively, that you're going to sell those 50 parcels in that tiny area, right? And you're assuming that the demand will be there after the subdivision completes. Like, what happens when the real estate goes down, right? So yeah, you have to be careful with strategies like this. Yeah, so if you pay X for Y leads and you close Z sales at M money. So yeah, that's the math. Only quality customers equals decreased operational drag. People coming in on premium offers are in general the most qualified customers. We skim with the marketing, but by doing so, you pay a premium for the cream inside all that milk. Right. So if you're offering like, oh, you can either buy the $500 course, or I can teach you one-on-one for $10,000 per month, then, not a lot of people will take it, but the people who will take it, is like highly qualified. Wait, what is this?
Sonal's here.
Oh, Sonal is here. All right. So the next pro is no discounts or incentives equals high lead quality. Yeah, that's interesting. So if you were to say list a property and you say, well, it's 40K, or remember we saw a bunch of like recent listings where like, oh yeah, they haven't discounted in like 4 years. They've listed it like 38 million. It just stays there. They're not going to reduce it. So every lead they get has to be like the absolute highest quality, right? Because they know they're like...
At this point, I would think so. Maybe not initially, but yeah.
Yeah. It's for years they haven't reduced it. They're like, yeah, I'm not going to reduce it. So yeah, so the premium offer, guarantees, not guarantees, but more likely that your leads will be...
This kind of no discounts or... There's some tension here though. I remember,
tension?
well, we were having a debate about whether we should continue having the freedom credit on the website because, discount does...
We changed it
reduce.
from discount to credit.
Well, yeah, but it's still, everyone knows it's a discount. It's not...
I don't know. I think it's a credit.
So I wonder, but at the same time, everyone loves discounts, right? They like feeling like they get a deal. So I don't know.
I think it's like almost also the urgency play. If they're not reducing the cost, inflation and taxes, yeah, that's true. Inflation and taxes will
Yeah.
kind of like creeping up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, not if you have ag exemption.
That's... Well, there's still...
We just looked at 3,000 acres.
Yeah.
And their taxes, annual taxes, were $1,200. That's like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. In Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, something ridiculous. Like 3,000 acres or 300 acres, like huge property.
On the flip side, the reason the ag exemptions are so generous is because many farms struggle to be profitable, right?
Right. But do you think it
So-
might be an education thing? Like if farmers are trained more like business operators, where they have like multiple streams of income.
It's possible.
They
I
know
think
how to
there's-
do upsells, downsells, have like YouTube channels.
It's kind of out of my area of expertise, but I know that there's some issues in the supply chain too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a possibility that they
Yeah,
were
it could
wrong.
just
But
been wrong.
but yeah, usually ag exemption does reduce it by a lot though. Right? Usually.
But it's true. We don't see it being that generous on other agricultural properties.
Unless they have like conservation easement on top. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it comes down to how much they believe we can solve their problem and the perceived value of our solution. Fewer but higher quality leads, and you convert a higher percentage of them. All right. So what are the cons of premium offers? So the most expensive cost per lead and can take more time to break even. Yeah. So basically, you're not offering any discount, you're not offering any lead magnets. So if you run ads, you're going to get less leads, which means the cost per lead will be high. Less room for error, need more cash to drive the volume with these offers. Must be a good copywriter and understand your avatar well. Specificity is what gives the copy its edge. Unless you know the real world of your avatar, it can be difficult for them to bite without a compelling offer and a great copy. Yeah, so you need to know what you're doing with these premium offers. Free and discount offers give us more margin for error in your copy because the offer can push people over the fence. Yeah, just like if you reduce the property price to ridiculous amount, even if your copy sucks, you don't have a lot of credibility, that you still get a lot of leads because everyone is trying to get like they'll never. It's more like a deal of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we did with Harpreet, I was like, just drop it to like the lowest in all of Florida, and he got like a ton of leads. I mean, it's not sustainable, but just so that he can experience the full sale life cycle. But yeah, it gives you margin of error if you offer some like a ridiculous discount. Okay, more specific you can be, the more it will resonate with them and will make them buy a more premium offer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very specific. So if you, for example, if say someone is struggling to pay rent or they're tired of living in the city and that's what they're feeling, and then you write the copy that says exactly how they're feeling, they'll be more likely to act on it. Okay. So must be good at sales. The conversion process end to end must be dialed in. Yeah. So if it's a premium offer, just like I was telling Harpreet, if you're selling a $15,000 property, you gotta have some competence at scale sales, right? You need to learn, some kind of framework, just like we learned the closer framework, and you have to show your face. You cannot be like, I'm gonna sell over text, or like we have another guy, Josh. He has this 9 to 5, so he doesn't have time during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh yeah, I get leads. I respond to them over the weekend. I was like, bro, we're responding within 1 minute, right? And then if you're not gonna respond to them like within a minute, they're gonna just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna wait till the weekend. So you must be good at sales. You must respond quickly. You must be on Zoom. You must be face to face. When we want to lead with premium offers, we should already have a proven process or have some cash nested away to figure it out. Yeah. So you have like some kind of a framework that's already proven to work. Like for us, we use the closer framework. We know it works. So unless you have something like that, you're going to be losing a lot of sales. So you got to have your process dialed in. Least efficient way to capture a marketplace. Right. So if you want to be like a leader, you want to be like, oh, I'm going to dominate this. I was actually looking at Putnam County, like I think a year or so back. I was like, how many parcels we'll need to buy where we can like absolutely be like, well, no one else. We pretty much own all of Putnam County. And I did the math. You'll need like $1.2 billion.
There's a lot of property in Putnam County.
There's ridiculous amount of properties there, like in like maybe like 50,000 parcel or something. Like it's ridiculous. And we did the math. So if we buy at this per acre price, how much will it cost? So yeah, you see, even if you have $1 billion, you can't even buy like all the vacant land in one parcel, one county. Forget about dominating the US, right? Oh yeah, another guy was on the call with the HWE mentorship call, and he was like, well, aren't you guys creating competition? It was like, then I told him about like the 1.2 billion just in one county. I was like, oh yeah, I see, I understand. There's just so much land. All right. Must have an extremely competing offer
Compelling.
offer of a result. Elon Musk, Putnam County is now mine. Well, he can buy it, but he needs to sell it to make a profit.
Or he
Selling
just
is gonna
buys
take
it to
like
launch rockets from.
yeah, it's gonna take like 20 years to sell like 50,000 Putnam properties. And he's gonna double the money, but that's a very bad return for his time, right? All right, must have an extremely compelling offer of a result. To optimize our conversion, we may have a small number of people who raise their hand and say they're interested in our offer. As a result, you'll need to make sure that you have a truly irresistible offer they're getting for their package. Yeah, so just because it's a premium offer doesn't mean that doesn't need to provide ridiculous amount of value relative to how much you're charging.
Right.
So if you're charging $500 for a service or a product, it better provide like at least like $3,000 in value. So similarly, if you're providing $10,000 product, it better provide like whatever $30,000-$40,000 worth of value to make it irresistible. It needs to be packed with bonuses, creative guarantees, premium support to merit the higher cost. Like that's the reason why we do like when we sell land, we're like, oh, you get all these bonuses, you have these guarantees, you can call us anytime. We have the 3 A's, Availability is one of them. Oh, by the way, we should thank Zafiel. He came up with that. By the way, Zafiel, we used your example of like Facebook Marketplace. You buy something from a seller and then the seller just blocks you. It's been working really well. Everyone like chuckles or right. Yeah. You have done a ton of calls now.
Yeah.
What's your feedback on the 3 A's?
For the most part, they work pretty well. I did actually amend that one in recent calls to just talk about sellers who don't pick up at all, because that's still actually surprisingly almost every lead I've talked to says, I've been looking for properties and like
no one returns.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So Harpreet was like, oh, I want to sell this before the end of the year. So I was like, oh, so why don't you, so there, you probably have like 100 land investors in the US, at least that work in Florida. Why don't you just send an email to everyone that they can buy this property for really cheap? Just like, I just want to make some money and you can buy it, right? So he sent like, I don't know, Harpreet, how many emails or form submissions did you do? Like close to 150. And guess how many responded? Erica, did I tell you? Or don't answer then. Zafiel. So Harpreet, are you still there? If you're there, let us know how many emails/forms that you sent to like other land investors. And don't tell us how many responded. We'll first, when we get that number, we'll have Zafiel guess how many responded. That'll be interesting. All right. While we're waiting, let's keep moving. Okay. So it needs to be packed with bonuses, creative guarantees, premium support, and you want to merit the higher cost. So make the offer so compelling it feels like a deal compared to how much they're getting. So as we discussed, even if it's like $10,000 product, you still need to provide like $30,000 in value. Okay. So the conclusion is premium offers are powerful. They can act as standalone offers and they'll make you money. You don't really need anything else with them. And if you already have clients coming in, you can use this structure that allows you to 3 to 5x your prices without changing your services. If you have clients already coming in using this new structure, oh, I see. So you can turn a discount offer into a premium offer if you already have like traffic coming in. A lot of times people have like YouTube channels, Instagram, right? With a lot of following. And then they have like people coming in. So you can like have a premium version and test it out to see if you get more qualified leads and then you make more net profit as opposed to offering like a cheap version of the product. But if you're just starting out or your volume isn't high enough or your CAC is higher than what you can bear currently, you likely want to wrap a premium offer with a free or discount wrapper. So this is what we discussed earlier, right? So you have on the front end, you have like a free or discounted offer, and then you can upsell them into a premium offer. All right, let's move on. All right, so maybe Harpreet disappeared. Yeah, Harpreet, you gotta get him on a Zoom call, otherwise he like does multitasking and disappears. So to answer before we move on, so he sent like what I remember is like 100 to 150 emails/forms, and like 3 of them responded, and one of them said, "Oh yeah, can you get back to me on like Jan 10th?" Like this was like end of the year. So the one guy said, "Oh, can you get back to me around Jan 10th? That's when my sales team will come back." It's ridiculous.
Although, to be fair, I think for most investors, they'd see
they're just doing it like part-time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, also, they would, even at a reduced price, they would see it as too expensive.
No, but they didn't even respond. Like at least they should, especially if someone sends you an email and then this was personalized email, by the way. This is not like generic. It's like hi name or hi company name, right? Or their internal forms. All right, let's move on. So the next is free promotions. So free is the most powerful offer of all times and will never expire. Right?
Right.
We already know that free is the most powerful word in marketing. It's something for nothing, aka value in advance. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the penny gap study. Eric, I don't know if I think I mentioned this, right? So 9 times more people will take a free Hershey chocolate than one sold for a penny. So imagine getting 9 times more customers by lowering your discount from 1 cent to free. Right? That's interesting, right? Getting a page to convert on a $1 offer versus a free offer can be a landslide of a difference. You want to try free, like $0 down? $0 down doesn't work in real estate because you need like $1 to exchange to make it legit.
It also just starts to feel like
gimmicky
or like a scam, maybe.
Yeah, $1. You need at least $1 to make the contract legal, right? That's my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even a lot of people don't believe the $1 down is real.
Right. Yeah. I mean, most people go in, at least maybe it's because we now have this screening process, but most of the people that I'm talking to are under the assumption that there is going to be some down payment required.
Yeah, the serious ones.
Right.
The ones that are like tire kickers, they don't even reach you.
Yeah.
Right? They get disqualified.
Yeah. I think that may have just been the problem we had before, because people who really want the property generally want to make a higher down payment if they're able to, because they want the property paid off as soon as they can pay it off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So getting a page to convert on a $1 offer versus a free offer can be a landslide of a difference. Making a free offer is the fastest way to see if anyone wants your thing. It is interesting that we opened this free land strategy call that we used to do. You still doing that? No, right? I mean, or we're not advertising.
Yeah, we're not advertising it anymore.
But it's on the page.
Yeah. We could try it. I don't know if we advertised it for long enough.
Right. But right now it's going to compete with call.gocap.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, but I think, actually.
But we could say on the live streams, we could still keep it call.gocap.com, book a call with me, but I could say,
free land strategy.
Yeah.
I think so, because free is the most powerful word in marketing. So we should be using it.
Yeah.
You want to change it?
I think I can just
say it. Right now, what
does
it say?
Just book a call with me, but I think I can just say it.
No, but you might not remember, right?
You can
say that it's a call with you.
No, I think it's important to book a call with me because that could also be for people who are interested in a specific property, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. But isn't the free strategy call implying you can book a free land strategy
Not
call?
necessarily. I mean, someone who like watches a property video, for example, and is like, I really want this property. I don't think they care about a strategy call. They just want to know how much is the down payment.
I think we need to bring Juniper in to settle this debate. Juniper, so we're having this discussion, and I want to ask for your opinion. So on our CTA, on our live streams, right now we are CTAing for call.gocap.com, and we're saying book a call if you'd like to learn more about this property, or
No, it
if
just
you
says book a call.
book a
with
call
me.
with Erica to talk to her about
It just
properties.
says book a call with me.
Yeah, to talk about properties in general.
It doesn't even say talk. It just
Yeah,
says,
yeah, just book a call to talk about land, right? Land properties.
no, it just says book a call with me.
Okay. And then the other option, so Juniper, do you recommend we keep it generic, like book a call with Erica, call.gocup.com, or should we make it book a free land strategy call at call.gocup.com? Do you think it will help, or do you think it might confuse people who just want to talk to Erica about buying land? What are your thoughts? Which one would be higher conversion, and which one do you recommend we use as a CTA at the end of the live stream?
Absolutely. Happy to give you my take on that. So between keeping it super generic, like just book a call with me, versus something like book
Well,
a
you didn't
freelance
mention I
strategy
could
call,
say
I'd say it
there's a
depends a bit on what you want them to feel like they're signing up for. The more specific you are, like calling it a freelance strategy call, the more it frames the call as something valuable and intentional. It can give folks a clearer sense that they're not just chatting casually, but actually getting something a bit more structured, like a mini consultation. That can boost conversions because people feel like they're getting a free mini advisory session. On the flip side, if your audience is really used to just casually talking to Erica and you feel like that's part of the appeal, then keeping it simple could work fine too. It's a bit of a trade-off between a friendly, open-ended vibe and a more guided, value-driven vibe. If I had to pick, I'd lean slightly toward the freelance strategy call framing. It makes it sound like they're getting something of real value. But either way, it's all about the expectation you want to set.
But I could also just say, rather than label it on the slide.
You could just say it. Juniper, what's more powerful? Just saying it that we can also have like a freelance strategy on the call, or do you think we should have it on the screen as freelance strategy call, but Erica can say that we can also chat about land?
I think having it on the screen as freelance strategy call is probably the more powerful move. When people see it written out, it sets a clear expectation of what they're getting. Then Erica can absolutely just casually mention, hey, and if you just want to chat about land in general, we can do that too. That way, the primary positioning is that they're getting a strategy session, which can feel more valuable and intentional, but you're still leaving the door open for a more relaxed conversation if that's what they prefer.
What do you think?
It kind of gives you the best
That's
of both
what I was
worlds.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever in doubt, right? So this is what I've learned, right? Whenever in doubt, use the most powerful word in marketing. You can't go wrong with free. It's very hard to go wrong with free. All right, let's move on. What do you think, Zafiel? I would love to hear Zafiel's thoughts as well. So Zafiel is saying, glad to hear your AAA framework is going good. Got a call, but out of 150 people, I guess too. Yeah.
Yeah. He was
like few.
pretty much spot on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sonal, where is Harpreet? He disappeared. Ask him to let us know how many he received. All right. So making a free offer is the fastest way to see if anyone wants your thing. Oh, so that was the point I was trying to make, that even after you said freelance strategy call, we only got like handful. You would think like, oh, everyone was gonna book a freelance strategy call, right? Oh, actually, I write some notes. We were like internally when we were talking to leads, and we'll be like, "Oh, do you want a freelance strategy session?" And some people were like, "Oh, yeah, no, I already know."
Yeah.
I've been. Oh, one guy was like, "Yeah, I already own a lot of property. I know how to do due diligence." Harpreet, how many messages did you send to other land investors when you were trying to sell your property to them? And how many outbound messages did you send, and how many messages did you receive? So I was guesstimating that you sent around 150 and you got around 3 responses. Is that correct? Is that accurate? I just want to make sure my story is fact checked live because I was referring to Harpreet's experience. All right. So if your free offer doesn't work either, your prospect. So Erica, this is important. So if your free offer isn't working, your prospects don't want your thing, which means you should change what you're giving away for free or how you describe it. So maybe free land strategy is not a good angle.
I think we need more data. We barely gave it time.
Yeah. No, yeah. So we'll just add it back. Yeah. Also, Harpreet sent 179 and got 4 responses. And Harpreet, out of those 4 responses, one guy said, "Oh, my sales team is out for like for the holidays, and they'll be back on Jan 10th. So they're like on a 2-week vacation or something like that, right?" It's just crazy.
But just on the freelance strategy call, I also think the data, so that I feel like instinctively the freelance strategy call is better on the live stream, but when we're pitching it to leads, I don't know if that'll have a huge conversion.
No, this is a disqualification.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're already saying, "Oh, I don't want, or this property doesn't work for you."
Right, but why would they then want a strategy call? They're already in the market for land. We've kind of
this land didn't work for them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Well, I guess I'm just thinking from my own perspective. If I was in the market for land, I called someone and then said, "Sorry, we can't do what you want to do." And they said, "But we do offer a free strategy call." I don't think I'd take the free strategy call. The free strategy call is kind of like when you're getting free stuff is like when you're getting to know a company once there's already been an interaction and it's.
So.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I was on accounting live stream earlier, and they mentioned Juniper can probably issue a drug prescription renewal in Utah now.
How, though? Don't you need to be a licensed?
Really? Should we ask Juniper to... Let's see. Juniper, is it true that ChatGPT or AI can issue a drug prescription renewal in Utah now, like legally?
As of right now, no. AI like me can't legally issue drug prescription renewals in Utah or anywhere else. Prescribing medication is still something that requires a licensed human healthcare professional. AI can help with information or even decision support for doctors, but the legal authority to prescribe or renew prescriptions stays with licensed medical professionals.
Maybe it's so new that even Juniper doesn't know.
But yeah, so anyway, what I was saying, I think the point of the free offer is essentially someone might be interested in your product, but they need to build trust in the company first, right? So they need to feel like they're actually going to get value from it. And the free offer is sort of like the trial of the product, like a free chocolate or a free gym period, something like that. If they've already come to you for the product and you say the product doesn't work for you, why would they then want a free?
Juniper, so right now, when someone comes to us for a property, like they're a lead, they clicked on an ad, and then they reached out to us and they said, well, we're interested in this property and would like to build on the property during owner financing terms. And then on the call, we disqualify them and say, well, we don't really allow building on the property during the loan term. So while they're getting disqualified right now, we will offer them, well, too bad this property didn't work for you, but would you like to book a free land strategy call with Erica? You can learn about due diligence. It's completely free. It will help you, do proper due diligence on other properties. Do you think it's a good free upsell offer, or do you you have better ideas on what other free call
I don't know about
options
free, but
that we can offer?
I actually think that's a pretty smart free upsell offer. When someone's just been disqualified from one property, it's a nice way to say, hey, we still have value to offer you and we still want to help you out. It turns a no into a potential future yes, or at least keeps the relationship warm. By offering a free land strategy call, you're basically giving them a no pressure chance to learn, get some due diligence insights, and keep them engaged with you. That positions you as a helpful guide rather than just a salesperson, which fits nicely with that story brand approach you like. And of course, it might lead them to a different property that's a better fit. So I'd say go for it. It's a solid free upsell and a good way to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of people who already took this, right? Like, they liked it and they took this offer. So I think it might be another thing where we just need more data.
okay.
All right. Yeah, as I said, whenever in doubt, use free. So Zafiar is saying, I bet you'll get more follow-up as people catch up on email weeks later. Yeah. Possible. Okay. Accounting live stream. Zafiar, you learning accounting? Zafiar is into accounting. Did you know that?
Well,
No
you
comments.
have to, I mean, if he's secretly a highly successful businessman, don't you need to know?
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, he does
Accounting.
drive a diesel
Yeah.
Tesla, so he must be super successful. Okay. So what's next? Okay, so if your free offer isn't working, it means either your prospects don't want your thing, which is the case, I think maybe like half of the time, or it means that you need to position it differently or how you describe it, or they don't believe you, or they aren't actually seeing it because you're fishing in the wrong pond, which could be a targeting issue. So for example, running a single ladies promotion to an audience of married moms. I mean, yeah, I think it might be that we might need to reposition it, but as of now, I don't think don't believe you is a problem.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe there's just not enough data. So they're
Yeah.
not just seeing it enough. All right. Zafar is saying Jan 2026, Utah has partnered with AI native health platform to allow for autonomous AI prescription renewals for chronic conditions. That's interesting. AI native platform. I mean, maybe it's possible that the platform is maybe powered by AI, but you still have like a human signing off behind the scenes. I can't imagine like.
Or it's a very, very specific use case, like for certain.
No, but then why do you need AI? We could just use the if-else logic. Like this normal code. What is AI adding value? So it's like essentially if you meet these conditions and you meet these conditions and you are above this age
Right.
and, right? Then you are okay with this prescription. Like, if they check all those boxes. So that's just like normal code. Why do you need AI? Because AI is artificial intelligence because it's using
Right.
data from like training records, right? So I don't know if AI. I mean, a lot of the companies they're doing like all this. They're using AI as a buzzword, but in reality, they're not really like in decision making. Because when it's like a life or death decision, you don't want artificial intelligence. You want real intelligence, right? And that if-else logic can be coded by a real doctor. right? And based on years and years of research data. Becoming an accountant seems hard, but I follow their live streams because they cover a lot of interesting topics. The accounting podcast. Yeah. Yeah. Zafael has varied, diverse interests. That's good. That's why he knows so much.
Yeah.
Right? Like you
Yeah.
can pretty much ask him in any topic and he'll have
Yeah.
like who knew? We thought Zafael was interested in land, and then he gave us this he helped us out in the AAA framework, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you have like knowledge from like 50 different industries, then you can pull stuff from like, you know, like out of the box stuff that you don't think about. Like everyone is like in land, for example, everyone listens to like land podcasts, right? But then like I stopped listening to the land podcast and I'd like focus 100% on business podcasts. And then I was like, wait a second, we can use that in land, right? So it's like totally different. People haven't even thought about the whole CAC to LTV ratio and pulling cash forward. Like it's a completely novel concept in land, right? No one is doing it. All right. A marketer once ran an offer in the newspaper that said, for every $100 you give me, I'll give you $1,000 back. Call me at whatever, 444-444-4444. And no one ever responded. So he did this marketing ploy to illustrate the point of believability. Even if it's an amazing offer, but if it's so good, but it was so good that it was unbelievable. Right? Makes sense? So it needs to be whatever free stuff you're giving away, it needs to be believable. I mean, still we get some calls where I read all the call notes and people will be like, oh, $1 down? Yeah, I didn't really believe you.
Yeah.
All right. That's why when you create a crazy free offer, you always have to answer the next question. Why? Give a very good reason and people will believe you. I think that's the reason why, like when you do the free land giveaway, we always give a reason. So this is like a marketing thing, right? Examples. Going out of business. All products must go in 30 days is a very good reason, but only if true. Yeah, so you can have like 90% off all products. If you just said 90% off all products, you'll likely not get the same response. All right. Make sense? Yes? No? All right. So let's look at the pros and cons of like free offers. So the biggest pro is highest lead volume. If you want the most leads, you should lead with a free offer. We already know this, right? If you need volume, nothing works better than free. It gets the most leads per eyeball. That's always useful, especially in a small marketplace. If it's a local market, like that's what I was saying, like you remember that massage place, right? In the mall, like they get like literally so much traffic, just foot traffic, and they have zero offer, nothing. And half the time, like the people, like the employees, they're playing with their phone, they're like, you know, laughing and talking with each other with like zero customers. Like they could be making so much money in tips. And I was like, I really want to buy this business and just put a banner out there, right? Free 15-minute massage with, and then they come in and they're like, would you like to extend? That's like the easiest offer, right? Who's going to say no, right? Because 15 minutes, you're just getting started. Or you'll be like $1 for 15-minute massage, right? But then you don't want like homeless people coming, right? So you need a credit card, so $1, right? For 15-minute massage. And then would you like to extend? It's only $40 for additional 30 minutes, right? And they never do upsells, right? So you go there and you're like, oh yeah, foot massage or whatever. And they'll never be like, oh, would you like to extend it 15 minutes? Well, we can give you this offer. Or would you like back massage with it? And we can, we have a combo price. So you get like 10% off, like stuff like that. There's so many things you can do, right? So what was the saying, Erica? You remember the saying? The amount of money you make as a business is the amount of goodwill you have multiplied by the number of offers you make. They literally make 0 offers. Like the only people going there are people who are intentionally want to get a massage for like X amount of time. 350-minute massage. Will you watch our land buyer video on VR goggles? Or 15-minute massage. If you watch our land video on VR goggles, yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's how you tie it into the land business. So you can justify buying it.
Wait, what?
Tell them. So in your attraction offer for the massage business, you say free 15-minute massage, but you have to watch our property videos on VR goggles.
Oh, cross sell.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do a cross sell.
Yeah.
So we can buy that massage place and then force people to watch the land videos, so they also buy land.
Yeah.
Zafiel is a genius. I'm telling you, that's why he joins all these like random live streams, and he's like a mad genius now. He knows, like, that's why he drives a diesel Tesla. People think he's like a mad genius, but he probably knows something. Maybe diesel Tesla gets even more mileage than electric Tesla. Because you combine the reliability of diesel and the accessibility of electric. All right.
We do have to wrap up in 5 minutes.
Okay,
so.
5 minutes. All right, yeah. So let's stay focused. Lowest lead cost, right? So if it's a free offer, you're getting the lowest lead cost. That's obvious. Massive companies become massive and viral by learning to monetize free. So some of the biggest companies in the world use free front ends. They rely on how good their stuff is to keep people to keep buying after they try it. So for example, Facebook, right? It's free, but then they charge on advertising and boosting and this and that. YouTube, free, but then you have to upgrade to premium. Dropbox, free, but then you have to upgrade storage. Uber, first ride free. Netflix, first 30 days free, right? The Grok, inbuilt Grok. So it's like, Zafiel, why did you buy a Tesla and then convert it into a diesel vehicle? Well, I wanted free Grok. And I also I live in a rural area, so I need the reliability of diesel pumps. Okay. Learning to profit from free offers would lower cost of acquiring customers and return higher on ad spend. That makes sense. Cons. So what are the cons? There's a lot of cons. All right, let's go through them, and then we'll stop after the cons. So volume can be a double-edged sword. For some businesses, free can attract too many prospects, so you may need to add friction or make the offer less appealing. You might also not be able to handle the volume operationally. Like if you are like a dentist, and if you say free teeth cleaning, and if like 400 people showed up, you won't be able to book them.
Yeah.
So if you have a manual process of you meeting X people per day, it could be a problem. You can add friction, which increases lead quality. The key with free is learning to find the sweet spot on friction to maximize the quality of volume. So way one, increase qualification. So free dental cleaning, if you are above 25-year-old and you're employed and you are a homeowner or something like that, or if you have insurance or something. It will decrease your volume, but it will increase the quality. Way two, increase information requirement and types of questions. So for free massage, you have to fill out this 20 question application before booking the free massage, something like that. So you increase the friction. So only serious people who you think will be serious clients go through the process. So type of information can increase friction as well. So first name is not heavy of an ask, as opposed to if you ask for a phone number or income related question. Multiple choice creates less friction, but open-ended long form creates more friction. That makes sense. Increase number of steps and fewer people will take them. So maybe it's like one step small email opt-in will get you more people than a 5-step form. That's why finding the sweet spot is so important. You want just enough to weed out weirdos, not so much that you lose some lazy whales. Way 4, forced consumption, author's favorite way. You can force a prospect to watch a 40-minute video. You know how like they disable the speed up and everything? You can force a prospect to watch a 40-minute video before any CTA appears on the page. By doing this, you will only allow people who are pre-indoctrinated. This is a good strategy when you advertise to a large audience and eyeballs are really cheap. In other settings, the volume might be too low to justify the friction. I think in our case, there's not enough volume on the Freeland giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay. You can also add it in between steps later once you have already earned a little more attention on the prospect, like between the first and second meeting. All right. Next, advertisement length. The length of your ads, copy, and videos before they see the CTA increases lead quality. Watching a 2-hour video as opposed to a 30-second video increases friction. That makes sense. All right. Some people have no intention of buying. So it comes down to math. If you spend $1,000 on ads, get 500 leads, 250 are qualified, compared to $1,000 on ads, get 200 leads, 160 are qualified. You may feel better about the second campaign, but you're still gonna make more money on the first campaign. Makes sense? Because it's a bigger funnel on the top. Use higher volume and let friction skim the cream off the top to harness the power of free. Don't overextend yourself, but make sure the free offer is valuable enough for them to want it. Yeah? That's it. That's for free offers.
All right.
Oh, wait. No. There's more.
We're out of time.
Well, it's 1 minute.
Okay.
All right. Limiting belief. Author is a big fan of free offers. Friend commented how he starts with free, but yet end up making a lot of money. Multiple split tests have proven free offers decrease costs by 5x or more. Free makes more money. Most times people want to run a premium offer, but sell at free offer prices. That's where they get messed up. If you know the lead costs are going to be 5 to 10 times higher for premium offers, your prices should be at least 5 to 10 times higher. You can't mix and match free and premium offers. They're an entirely different acquisition strategy. Free beats premium hands down unless you have truly mastered the art of high ticket selling. If author had only one offer to make, it will be a free offer. He'd rather wade through crappy leads and figure out ways to add friction than look at an empty calendar. Your calendar was empty today.
It was.
We need to increase marketing. Right? All right. So that's it. And let's go in full screen. So that was, no, the other full screen. We need the revenue generating full screen. So that was part 27 of how to apply money models in land investing. We learned about premium offers, and we learned about free offers, when to use what, right? And free offers is usually the safer way. Premium offer is the more advanced way because you need more experience. You need to know what you're doing on the sales side. You need to demonstrate more value, and you need to have more experience, right? And in the next session, we are going to cover discount promotions.
I do.
Yeah, to pick up the kids. So
I have no wiggle room on that time.
Yeah, no wiggle room. Okay, so yes, check us out if you think this was interesting. We actually execute these strategies on our mentored mastermind. So check it out at honestwealthbuilders.com, and book a free call. Did I see what I did? Free call with me. Usually it's free call with Erica.
Yeah.
For on the Gokce Capital side, but on HW side, I do the free calls. So check it out if interested. But if not, now we can go to real free full screen, Erica. If not, we'll see you guys when? We should do over the weekend. Today's Friday. Should we do Sunday?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Sunday. So we'll do Sunday 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for joining. We'll see you then.